What If is a TV show, right?
Oh no, this isn't a TV show. It's a movie. It's going to star Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, it may be multiverse.
Yeah, that's a good subtitle. That's a good ass subtitle, by the way. The Multiverse of Madness.
It's better than the one the internet was throwing around, which was "And the Illuminati."
Oh, yeah, that's stupid. This is way better.
It is.
And it kind of elicits the same kind of thing.
Yeah, but at least this way it'll somehow, maybe, hopefully, kind of introduce the multiverse, like we kind of wanted in Spider-Man, but never got. Sorry, spoiler.
Spoiler. But yeah, after that though, it will be followed by, in the summer of 2021, by the television show, the Disney Plus television show, What If... No,
that's a movie.
That's a movie too?
No, that's a TV show.
Okay, you got me for a second. So, I actually kind of know what this is.
Okay,
what is my understanding of the What If series in Marvel Comics is that it basically presents, like, hey, what if something was slightly different in this universe?
Yes.
And, like it's just like a what if scenario.
Like, what if Peggy Carter got the not the Infinity Stone, got the Super Soldier Serum instead of Steve Rogers?
Right.
What if, like, the Avengers actually lost in the opening battle of New York?
So this is a really cool idea. I like the idea of this being kind of like an anthology series that they can just kind of crank out and be like, hey, let's have this fun with these characters.
What's even cooler is that it'll be animated.
Oh, that's even better. I didn't know that.
So, which means that they can bring back the original cast, put them in an air-conditioned booth to do some voiceover work, and go from there.
Yeah, nice little chill-out sesh.
Yeah.
Between them.
But yeah, no, that's what they're doing with that. It's animated, and it's fun. It's like, what if? Also, maybe that what if is actually a what actually for the multiverse.
Yeah, that's true. Once you have a multiverse, anything can literally happen.
Yep, and I think that's kind of where where they're going to go with the what if after Doctor Strange.
Makes sense. Then after that, the one of these movies that nobody asked for, Hawkeye.
Yeah, we're getting. No, that's a TV show.
It's a TV show. Thank God. I was hoping that wasn't a movie.
No, that is Hot Guy, the TV show.
So that
starring
will that have Jeremy Renner?
That will be starring R&B musician Jeremy Renner. You've seen those new commercials, right?
Yes, I have.
Yes, you have. Let's do a song.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, no, that stars new musician with Avengers money, Jeremy Renner, as he trains Kate Bishop to be the new Hawkeye, the young Hawkeye. Or I guess she's a hot girl, but we'll be taking up the Hawkeye name.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Then that goes right into wrapping up with the controversial Thor Love and Thunder.
Yes.
So, we learned last week, before the Comic-Con stuff, that Taika Waititi would be returning to direct the fourth Thor movie.
Yes.
Got to 4 really quickly, didn't we? But the one thing that we didn't know until Comic-Con was that this will have a new Thor. Of sorts.
Of sorts. So, they're going to bring back Jane Foster, which means they're going to bring back Natalie Portman.
Yeah, confusingly, after she had been reticent to be in the franchise previous to this.
Yes. Well, that's because of Patty Jenkins, and them replacing Patty Jenkins, and her being in full support of Patty Jenkins directing Thor: The Dark World, and then because she left the project, she wanted to leave the project, but couldn't because she was contractually obligated to be in the project.
Right.
So they made her in the project, but be the MacGuffin in Thor: The Dark World, which even in Avengers Endgame, nobody saw Thor: The Dark World, so they had to explain Thor: The Dark World.
Right.
And then have her in a not cameo appearance in in Avengers Endgame. But anyways, this all wraps back around to Lady Thor and Thor being a Disney princess, and that whole shenanigans that everyone was talking about like 5 years ago when the comics made it happen.
Right. So yeah, that's the thing. So that will be in Love and Thunder in some capacity.
Yes, Love and Thunder. It's a
good name.
Love and Thunder.
So yeah, that's basically the Phase 4 kind of wrapped up. Then you go into Phase 5.
That is Phase 4 with an asterisk.
Yeah, we don't know some of the details like about other things that could possibly happen.
Right, we don't know. We're unsure if this will actually be the end of Phase 4. As Kevin Feige said, this is Phase 4 is new beginnings, new intervening stuff. everything is supposed to be fresh, supposed to take a step back from all the big stuff that happened from the first 10 years, how everything like grew and grew and grew, got big and enormous with the cosmic level stuff. That they're going to try and take a step back here and be like, that was good, that's done. We're going to put that in its own Infinity Cube box gauntlet thing for you to have, and we're going to start fresh. But we need to start with new stuff, and so this is new beginnings. Take what we got from the old and try and start new.
Yeah.
And for the most part, this is kind of isn't what we expected. As I have written down here, we already know of a bunch of stuff that's already in development as well.
So yeah, so Phase 5 will be kind of what the things we knew are happening eventually.
Right.
Like Guardians 3.
Script done.
Black Panther 2.
Ryan Coogler's attached already.
Captain Marvel 2.
That is assumed because I think hit $1 billion. I
told you I finally saw Captain Marvel, right?
No.
No, I didn't mention that. I saw it on my vacation.
Oh.
So yeah, I've seen it now. So that little blank was filled.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. It's a pretty good movie. I didn't love all of it. Like, it's kind of lumpy, like and a little paced weird.
Right.
But like I liked a lot of it.
Right. But Captain Marvel will the sequel to Captain Marvel will coincide probably with the cosmic phase of the Marvel Universe.
And then, of course, Spider-Man, the next Spider-Man movie. I'm not going to call it Spider-Man 3. That's already a movie.
Right.
Like, whatever the follow-up to Far From Home is.
Yes, so this is where we get back into Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There is a deal floating around that says that one of these Spider-Man films that Marvel makes has to hit $1 billion for Marvel to make the third film. If not, all the rights... If not, Sony can make that third film and be standalone in their own universe.
Right. Like a Venom kind of follow-up thing.
Right. That'll be part of the Venom universe.
Right. Let's hope that... But that probably won't happen.
Well, I mean... Spider-Man needs $25 million to hit the $1 billion.
I think it can make $25 million.
That's why I brought that up in the box office.
Yeah.
I think it can do it.
I think it can do it. But of course, that wasn't the biggest news of all this. No, the internet went to flame when they revealed that they were reviving the franchise Blade to be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes, with two-time supporting actor winner.
Yes.
Of a drama.
One of our favorites here at the Media Boat Podcast.
Yes. Mahershala Ali.
That's great casting.
It
seems like people are ready for a Blade movie. It will mark.
No one was ready for a Blade movie until they announced a Blade movie.
Right, yeah.
And they announced Mahershala Ali. It was like, that is excellent casting.
It's a great...
Wow,
great
I didn't realize I wanted that, but now I want that.
But don't wait too long, though, because that's probably 2022.
Consider that... Yeah, they literally just signed him to that movie. All they have is an actor and a name. They don't have much of a script yet. But, yeah, they'll work fast on it.
And then, speaking of things far off in
the
fact
that they said that we're working on it but don't have a name or a date, it's like, it's just going to be the Blade movie, whenever that comes out.
They could just call it Blade again.
We'll call it Blade.
It's been long enough.
Yeah.
Then of course the super far away things. Eventually a Fantastic Four film, eventually an X-Men film, and eventually another Avengers.
So that's what everyone on the internet was freaking out about because Kevin Feige finally officially said the words Fantastic Four and Mutants, and then everyone was like, "Oh my God, he's working on it! He's working on it!" And literally that's all he said was, "I can't tell you that." He said, "I can't tell you other films that we have in development." I can't tell you about the Fantastic Four. I can't tell you about Mutants. I can't tell you about the next Avengers project. But we're working on it.
Yeah, it's all a work in progress. A lot of things are being talked about.
It's like, we ran out of time. Like, no, you didn't. You can't tell anything about it because you don't have anything to say about it.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right. That will do it then for that story.
I believe so.
Yeah, that's all the big Marvel stuff. But there was so much that happened, though, this week in film that we have to talk about the bits.
So, yeah, we're talking about the bits. I was going to put some story here, but I figured there's more stuff to talk about the bits than trying to jam another story into it.
So let's rattle them off.
All right, what do we got going on?
First up, Faith-Based is a new Netflix What?
It's a new film.
Film. Okay.
It's a new film.
Featuring Margaret Cho.
Yeah. As the CEO of a Netflix Christian film-based company.
Okay. Oh, this isn't a Netflix film.
No.
Okay, the way you've written this is very confusing.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, because I had to pare it down from what it was originally.
Faith-Based is a movie featuring Margaret Cho as a CEO of a Netflix for Christian cinema. So basically a fictional net streaming service that's for Christian movies.
Yes.
And David Koechner as a washed-up 80s action star who they're trying to get to star in one of their films.
Yes.
Okay. Seems like an interesting premise.
Yeah. It's based off two unknowns, or not. It's not based off of. It's two.
Yeah.
The writer directors are also going to star in it, and they basically realize that faith-based films make a ton of money and they're cheap to make.
Yeah.
Let's do that as a quick get-rich-quick scheme, and so they're trying to mooch over Hollywood's faith-based films in order to make money.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be cool.
It's an interesting premise. It sounds like comedy.
Yeah. Next up in the bits, Jennifer Lawrence is to star in Paola. So
Paola's.
Paola. So
Paola.
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 I can't do that. Sorrentino's. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mob Girl adaptation. Mob Girl is a book.
Mob Girl is currently the best-selling adaptation good.
And so, yes, Jennifer Lawrence will be starring in the film adaptation of that.
Yes.
All right.
I didn't read the book. I didn't read the synopsis. I don't know what it is.
Nothing.
But
nothing.
Be prepared for the trailer that says featuring or based
Jennifer
on
Lawrence
the best
is Mob Girl in
the best
Mob Girl
in New York Times best-selling novel.
Mob Girl, yeah. Sylvester Stallone is in the beginnings of making a new Rocky movie because he's Sylvester Stallone.
I could have sworn he died at the end of Rocky 2. At the end of Rocky 1? At the end of Rocky? At the end of Rocky Balboa?
No.
When he fought the Russian?
No.
When he fought Mr. T?
No. Still alive.
When he fought Apollo? No?
No, but in the Creed movies, doesn't he have
he has cancer.
All right, well, we'll see what happens.
Maybe he fights cancer.
Maybe he does. This is the big match televised on HBO.
Rocky versus Cancer.
Rocky versus Cancer. All right, Sonic movie that nobody wants is delayed again to March 2020.
Yep.
That's just a month though, so don't get freaked out.
Yeah, we originally reported that it was delayed to February of next year.
It was a Valentine's film.
And now it's going to be delayed to probably the first weekend of March.
So cancel your Valentine's reservations. There's no way you can see Sonic the Hedgehog.
Or remake your Valentine's reservations because you no longer have to go rush out and see Sonic.
Yeah. Then lastly, if you're wondering what the fate of all those Nickelodeon movies that they announced a while back.
What's the fate of the Nickelodeon movies?
Well, you don't have this written down, but I know this. The Rocko's Modern Life film that had been teased for a long time finally has a Netflix release sometime in August.
Okay.
And Netflix has also confirmed that the Invader Zim movie will be getting an August 16th release.
Right.
So both of those nostalgia-tickling films will be there on Netflix.
Netflix and not Nickelodeon like you would think, because
I think this makes sense because they probably couldn't fit it into a schedule for their channel.
Well, not only that, but the audience who watches Nickelodeon isn't necessarily the audience who's going to watch the Invader Zim or Rocko Modern Life.
Yeah, it
film.
skews a little older.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see. Those are. We'll probably watch both of those.
I'll probably watch one of them.
Which one?
I'll let you decide.
Because
break down in the chat which film you think I'm going to watch.
So I have no, nostalgia for Invader Zim. I didn't watch it.
I did watch that one.
Okay. So, but I do, however, have nostalgia for Rocko's Modern Life. I watched every episode of that thing.
I did not watch every episode.
Aha! So we are opposed here.
We are diametrically symmetrical.
Between the two of us, we'll watch both of these things.
Yes.
Good to know. All right, let's move on then. That's it for movies.
It's probably why I wrote down the Invader Zim one. You remember the Rocko's Modern Life one?
Yeah, that's probably why.
Because it reflected better. You reflected better on us.
Anyway, so that's it for movie news. I'm already losing my voice, and we're not even close to finishing this. So let's get rolling.
We have to talk a lot about Marvel.
We did. Marvel.
Marvel.
Let's move into Television then. And we always start television with sports.
All right, what's going on in the balls of sports worlds?
Honestly, not a whole lot.
No.
Because we're in the kind of dead zone.
We are still in the dog days of baseball summer when baseball is the only thing on. But there is hope on the horizon.
Hey, nothing wrong with baseball. Watch baseball right now.
Yes, but there is hope on the horizon.
For other sports, yes.
Wherever it may be for you.
Yeah. The NFL training camp begins this week.
Yes. Rookies reported on Monday. Everyone else, the entire team, had to report by today for all teams, which means training camp has officially started.
Exciting. All right.
Yes, which means Hard Knocks is
Hard
right
Knocks.
around the corner.
Having it. Exciting time.
Yeah, Hard Knocks with the Raiders. The first episode will be the August 3rd, I think.
All right.
So not this Sunday, but the Sunday after that. We'll get the first episode of Hard Knocks.
But if you do still care about baseball, the MLB Hall of Fame happened on Sunday.
Yes.
Who are the new inductees?
Roy Halladay was inducted, and Mariano Rivera was also inducted.
Okay.
There were 3 other older guys. I forgot what their names were. But those are the 2 that I know because they're the ones I grew up with. Yeah. Mariano Rivera, that we of course reported on, is so far currently the only MLB player to receive 100% of the votes for Hall of Fame on the first ballot.
I remember this, yes. Cool.
Also, a side note for the MLB, the trade deadline is at the end of the month.
Yes.
So, by this time next week, I think, is the 31st. So yeah, next Wednesday will be the trade deadline for MLB baseball.
All right.
So expect to see your favorite player no longer on your team. Maybe.
Sad. Well, not our team, actually.
Not our team.
All our favorite players have, like, ridiculous $13 million contracts.
They're all locked in for 5 years.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. All right. Well, then, anything else in sports before we move on to the Comic-Con stuff that happened in television world?
Anything else in sports? No. Nothing that I can think of. Oh, I don't know if we reported on this.
Okay.
But the, kind of talking about baseball, next season, the Tampa Bay Rays will officially play half of their games.
Oh, right.
Not in Tampa Bay.
Yes.
Not even in the United States.
Right.
But in Montreal
yes.
as the Expos.
Yes.
In a weird exposition, actually part of their actual schedule.
Yes. They'll be the same team, but really 2 teams.
Yes.
Under 2 names.
Yes.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't understand it.
I don't know either. But in other baseball news, I just remembered that this happened literally yesterday.
Yeah.
I was watching the Angel-Dodger game. But the Los Angeles Dodgers will host the 2020 MLB All-Star Game.
Oh, cool. I did not see that. That's great news.
It's either the 2020 or 2021.
So are you going to go?
I don't know. That traffic is terrible.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to be there, but...
Considering that I went when the Angels hosted it...
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I worked when the Angels hosted it, and then also went to it. And because I was working it, I was able to get, like, literally everywhere just by flashing my card everywhere. Super cool, by the way.
Super cool.
Yeah, so it was, that's... I may...
We'll see.
Go?
We'll see next year.
It's a year away.
Yeah, we got time.
Yeah.
All right. Then let's move out of sports then and into television news. As I mentioned, Comic-Con affects both the movies worlds and the television's worlds and comics, but who cares?
Yeah.
But yeah, television had its own share of Comic-Con news.
So what is coming to a TV near me?
First up, Netflix's side of the operation unveiled their trailer for The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance, which we already mentioned in part of our E3 news.
Yes.
About the game that was based on it. They also showed off their first trailer for The Witcher series.
Which we all knew was coming. We have been constantly reporting about that one.
So The Witcher remains a thing, and people seem to be confused by that trailer.
Yes, they're confused because it looks nothing like the games.
Yeah.
But during Comic-Con, they actually asked them about that, and they said that, quote, they have no intention of adapting the video games to the TV series.
Yeah.
But they'll feature the same characters, but in their own stories.
They were books before video games, so I guess...
So they have lots of source material there.
Which Polish books? We should ask our friend about that.
Yeah, maybe.
See if he's heard of them. All right, HBO, meanwhile, showed off their trailers for Westworld, the new season, His Dark Materials.
Which, for those of you who don't know, that is actually the book series that started with The Golden Compass.
Yes.
But then never got the sequel to that.
But yeah,
this is that
series based on those.
Series.
And then also their Watchmen series, which takes place after the events of the Watchmen comic.
Correct. Yes, they've revealed the next trailer for that. I don't think we... that's in October still.
It's October.
Yeah, that's an October release.
Brandon Routh will be reprising his role as Superman from the Superman movies in the Arrowverse crossover on the CW.
And that officially confirms which Superman is in this universe.
That Superman. Brandon Routh Superman.
Yes, Brandon Routh Superman returns.
Superman returns to Superman.
TV.
Yeah. Weird choice. I don't know why that's Superman, but sure.
Maybe because they couldn't get Henry Cavill or Christopher Reeves.
Well,
for
obviously.
Obvious reasons.
I'm surprised they're not wrapping him up into the universe with the current DC cinematic stuff, but I guess.
Yeah, but yeah, that'd be Henry Cavill.
Right. That's weird. They didn't do that. Okay. Whatever.
I think Brandon Routh was more affordable.
Probably. Meanwhile, also tone-wise, I feel like
not only tone-wise,
movies,
but costume-wise, his matches up more with Supergirl's costume.
Yes, there's that too. All right, CBS on the
aesthetics.
Meanwhile, CBS showed a new trailer for a new Star Trek series called Star Trek Picard.
We knew this was coming, but this is the first official trailer, and we saw more of Sir Patrick Stewart.
So this is what you think it is. It's about a young...
Nope.
No, it's about an old Patrick Stewart.
Yes.
As Jean-Luc Picard.
I believe it's the old Patrick Stewart.
Because they're not going to digitally alter him, so...
Oh, they could.
They could.
They have that CBS money.
That CBS money.
Yes, because that will be a CBS Access exclusive.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in the world of Adult Swim, Rick and Morty Season 4 has been finished, writing-wise. And the animation is in process, and Season 5 is already in progress.
Yes, Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland came out and said that this wait between Season 3 and Season 4 will be the longest wait we'll have.
Yeah.
Because, as we previously reported, Adult Swim ordered 80 episodes, 80 additional episodes.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there's going to be a lot
more Rick and Morty.
And I believe they showed some footage.
They showed some footage of a scene, I think it was, basically saying, this is what we're working on. Isn't this hilarious? Because you don't know what's going on.
Right. No, not really.
Yeah.
Not particularly. And then in the world of Disney, DuckTales gets ready for more 90s nostalgia as their poster for Season 2 wrap-up. Season 2 is already in progress. And Season 3 have revealed more appearances from other classic cartoons of the same era. These include appearances by Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers themselves, Tailspin, yes, I saw Baloo up there in his little plane, Darkwing Duck, who's already had cameo appearances on the show,
right,
and Goof Troop characters.
Specifically Goofy.
This is interesting. I was excited to see them kind of bring in the Disney Afternoon universe.
Yeah.
And kind of bringing them back into the fold with DuckTales.
Yeah, it's fun. It's gotten away from it being a reboot spin-off.
It never was. They were never trying to do exactly the same thing as the original. I think they were all from the start wanted to just elicit the feeling, the spirit of the original series with the same characters, but then bring like a modern sense to it.
Oh, it definitely works. I was watching some DuckTales this weekend, actually.
It's great. It's such a good
show. It was fun.
Yeah. Disney animation still, to tell the animation, really having a golden era right now. Oh. Between this and Star and Amphibia and Gravity Falls, of course, which started all this.
Right.
Yeah, and I hear the Mickey shorts are really good.
Yeah.
I have not watched any of them.
They are Emmy nominated, the Mickey shorts.
Yeah, I heard they're fantastic stuff, so I'll have to look those up too. All right.
Yep.
Let's move on, though.
Last thing, in Comic-Con, I didn't have this written down, because I just remembered it. But as part of the Supernatural farewell address.
Yes, final season.
Final season, also final Comic-Con appearance. Packed hall. They literally did 2 shows. They showed it everywhere. Everyone cried. Everyone cheered. Standing ovations. Yeah. It's coming to an end. Just a reminder for those of you who used to and maybe still watch Supernatural. It's coming to an end this season.
Tear.
Yes. Sam, Dean, drink.
Yeah, drink. All right, let's move on then. We have to get out of Comic-Con news and talk about something comical. And talk about a sport. I mean, no, wait. I don't know. I'm confused. Is this sports or is it entertainment?
Combine them.
Oh, it's sports entertainment. That's what it is. The AEW, or All Elite Wrestling.
Okay.
It's not the WWE.
No.
It's the AEW. They have announced with Warner Media Wednesday that they will begin airing live weekly shows on TNT. Wow, am I having flashbacks to the 90s? Jesus. Wrestling on TNT, beginning Wednesday, October 2nd, from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yes.
However, the debut comes just 2 days before the WWE will debut SmackDown Live on Fox, as we previously reported.
Yep.
With the show moving to the broadcaster's Friday lineup on October 4th. The televised show will take place in different cities. This is going back to the AEW.
Yes.
Will take place in different cities across the nation each week, starting in Washington, D.C. at the Capital One Arena. Ticket pricing and on-sale date for the first event will be announced on July 29th, in case you're interested, at 12 p.m. Eastern Time via AEW's social media platforms. They've already begun running live events, including Double or Nothing, Fighter Fest, and Fight for the Fallen. All of the events have just been streamed on a streaming site I'm not familiar with, BR Live.
That is Bleacher Report.
Oh, that's Bleacher
Report. Get your sports news app. And
I've heard of them, I just haven't seen them shortened to BR.
Bleacher Report has been the website for all your sports news for a long time. They recently, about 3 years ago, started doing live events, mainly MMA stuff, like Sidecard. Bellator, I think, was their thing as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is them branching out as well.
Yeah. So yeah, the company's next event, called All Out, will take place in Chicago on August 31st at the Sears Center. It will also... Sorry. It'll also stream on Bleacher Report Live.
Yep.
AEW, by the way, was founded by President and CEO Tony Khan.
Yes.
Khan!
I'm glad you got that.
That's it.
Yeah, this is started up by actually former WWE wrestlers. They've been going on for about 2.5 years now.
Yeah.
And yeah, this will be an alternative to the WWE, which, for all intents and purposes, is a monopoly on the wrestling genre.
It really is. At least mainstream wrestling.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, this is the alternative on TNT on Wednesdays. We won't be able to watch it because we do this.
True. Also, I wouldn't watch it anyways. Speaking of alternatives, when shows are canceled, sometimes you need to watch something else.
Oh no! What am I no longer? Wait, do we have any more thoughts though?
Oh, sorry, I got ahead of myself. Do you have any thoughts?
I got my doctor to watch The Good Place. We were able to watch seasons 1 and 2 on Netflix because they're streaming on there.
Okay.
And as soon as we were done, we wanted to watch season 3, but couldn't find it.
Yeah.
It won't be available on Netflix until September. But even if you go to NBC's website, they only show the last 6 episodes for some weird, arbitrary reason.
Yeah, I don't know. This happens more and more these days.
This is why owning digital content, or basically finding out who owns the content in streaming, is more important than ever.
It's a constant confusion.
Yeah. But, I mean, if I want to watch it, I think that I can go to my local Best Buy and pick it up, or order it on the Amazon. Yeah. Maybe.
From the Amazon? From the actual jungle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Get me down that river.
I want to mention real quick, Amphibia wrapped up its first season.
Oh, okay. That was quick.
Since I've been... Yeah, we're putting out episodes every weekday, so it went very quickly.
Okay.
But yeah, I want to follow up from last week, though. It definitely picked up, and I was actually really happy with how they ended it. They kind of picked up the lore stuff that they had hinted at the beginning of it, and actually made it matter, and actually set up a really compelling setup for season 2. So I am back on board with that show. I really like a lot of the stuff that it does. I think some of the tonal weirdness was just because they were trying to find their legs. Their frog legs, if you will.
Yes.
But now that they have...
Beat me to the joke.
they're really hitting the stride with that show, and yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with the season 2.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So did it kind of follow that first season of Star where
it did definitely feel like that?
It was kind of like where's this going in the middle to kind of wrap it up in the end. Like this is where we actually want to go with
100%.
this.
100%. That seems to be their strategy, and it works.
Okay.
So there you go. All right, but that means now we move into cancellations and renewals.
All right.
Am
I no longer watching?
We have quite a chopping block this week. A lot of stuff got canceled, but a lot of stuff is coming back. So let's talk about it.
All right.
First up, MasterChef Junior. Everybody loves those cooking kids. Will get a 8th season on Fox.
Yes, this is season 8. I'm telling you, we must deserve the best on season 8.
NBC announced that the internet will has saved another show. Well, kind of.
Kind of.
AP Bio, once thought to be on the chopping block on network television, still is, as it will not be airing on NBC any longer. However, NBC will stream season 3 of APA Bio on the internet
via Hulu. So Disney owned Hulu.
Yeah, technically. Yeah, but Hulu still until Disney says otherwise, Hulu is still an open ground for whoever wants to put their stuff on it. So we will see. Okay. All right. Cool. Things are fine.
Okay.
They hashed it out.
Cool.
So yeah. Anyway, so that AP Bio. I don't know. I didn't really care for it, but I guess it has a fan base out there that will be happy.
I'll watch spot episodes here and there of it. It made me chuckle a bit, but I just can't get over the Glenn Howerton character. He's just not a likable character.
He's just not. He's not fun in a likable way either. He's not like I know.
I can't root for him.
Yeah,
that's just the thing.
It's a hard thing to get across.
Mm-hmm.
Also, on Netflix, She's Gotta Have It.
Gotta have what?
Apparently, nobody's gotta have it because it's canceled.
She's got nothing.
Sorry, Spike Lee, your residual checks are still in the mail.
Ba-ba-bum.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will get its final season. 7th and final season on ABC.
Yep, upcoming 7th and final season.
Yeah.
Or is it actually showing? Is this the 6th?
It says ABC.
I know, but I know they're currently running episodes.
The 7th season right now.
But I don't know if they're running their 6th or their 7th season.
I don't know.
I want to say it's their 6th.
Okay.
So they'll get a 7th season and final.
Oh, God, that burger looks good. All right, I need to not look at the TV right now.
It's okay. There's no green stuff on it.
We should have eaten beforehand.
Oh no, we had stuff.
I know.
Oh, it's only $5.
Oh man.
Oh, let's check at the box.
All right, Fear of the Walking Dead on the AMC will get a 6th season.
Because that's all AMC is good for now.
I guess so.
Just Walking Dead spin-offs.
The Boys, a show that I'm 100% aware of.
Because of the internet.
No, I'm being sarcastic. I have no idea what this is.
Oh.
Is it getting a 2nd season on Amazon Prime?
This is ahead of its first season debut next week. Or, no, sorry. Friday?
Yeah,
Friday.
Something like that.
Friday's their debut, but they get a 2nd season ahead of its debut.
Yeah. And then Archer. Yes, that Archer continues.
That Archer.
11th season on FX.
So, remember when I watched, the pilot episode of this season?
Yeah.
The first episode? I haven't watched it since.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like that thing's gone for a very long time.
It's got. It's on FX. So what's it really competing with? Yeah. Also, it's animation. So as long as they're willing to do the animation for it, made in Georgia.
Yeah, it's probably easier to produce.
Yeah.
It's continuing the trend of shows not coming to network television, but coming to an internet browser near you. Fox's The Orville will get a 3rd season. But on Hulu.
Yes. It'll be moved off of the Fox schedule and onto Hulu.
Yeah.
I believe that's because that is technically an NBC Universal production.
This is smart also because I just feel like the concept of a Star Trek-esque show like that being a primetime tentpole for Fox was never realistic. Seth MacFarlane made it happen because he was Seth MacFarlane for 2 seasons, but that was never going to last.
No.
Fox was eventually going to realize, no, this is not a prestige show. Go away.
1, it's not a prestige show. 2, they were hour-longs, and it definitely felt like an hour-long.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, fast-moving hour-long, something's happening. Everybody.
No, it's Star Trek. Star Trek moves at its own pace.
Yeah, and it's a slow burn.
That's
they have interesting stories to tell, but...
Do they?
Do
they, though?
Okay, they have their own take on stories.
They have their take, for sure.
But yeah, they're slow burns over an hour episode.
Okay, you're gonna have to help me with this one because what is NOS4A2?
Say it all together.
Oh, Nosferatu!
Yay!
It will get renewed for the second season on AMC. That's stupid and I hate it. Alright. Impractical Jokers, the show that apparently always is on True TV, will get a 9th season.
Hey! More episodes for them to casually run all the time.
Yeah, no thank you. Doom Patrol will get a 2nd season, streaming on DC Universe.
Yep. DC Universe and HBO Max simultaneously.
The newly debuting The Hills: New Beginnings, which is their, I guess, reboot of The Hills featuring the same
reboot.
people.
It's a softcore reboot.
Softcore, don't come with that. We'll get a second season.
I have
on
to because
MTV.
it's still starring like the core members.
Yeah.
But it's like a soft reboot. So like,
Sure.
well, how is? So it's a softcore reboot.
No.
No.
I mean, Adrena Patridge, she has some actual softcore stuff. Never mind. Anyways.
So like softcore buns.
I'm not kidding. Look it up. Actually, don't look it up. You don't want to see that. All right. I maybe do. I don't know. Just we need
it
to
may
move on.
tickle your fancy.
We need to move on. All right. The Code, which I guess is a show on CBS,
Yes.
canceled after 1 season.
It was a Morse code. No one saw it.
No one saw it. No one heard it. But lastly, we have to talk about one that's near and dear to my heart that got axed today. Netflix's Tuca and Birdie, unfortunately, because it's something that I liked, is canceled on Netflix. I swear, no, it happened to Girl Boss before, like a 1-season wonder. That being said, Lisa Hannah Walton and the team are shopping it around to other networks. So who can say what will happen to it? My fingers are crossed that Comedy Central might be a good home for it, because 1, they already have that syndication deal with the studio for BoJack, and 2, they have a Broad City-shaped hole that Tuca and Birdie would fit perfectly.
My only thing about that would be because it's animation, not live action, it may take a bit longer to get episodes out.
I can imagine, but
So if they want to
start
keep on a schedule,
now, they can get it for spring next year
right?
release, which I think would be perfect for them.
Well, and they could also show the first season in its entirety as new episodes.
And I also, just because they didn't order any episodes doesn't mean that they weren't already tossing around ideas for season 2.
Right.
I'm sure they had a direction for them to take the characters. If the finale of season 1 it definitely indicated anything. It indicated that there was somewhere for those characters to go.
Okay.
So I could see it finding a home. I just really hope it's on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that studio also has another show in the pipeline for Amazon.
Okay.
So it's possible, but I'm hoping not. All right. That's it for cancellations and renewals. We gotta talk about a couple of deaths.
All right. Who am I no longer watching?
Art Neville. No. That's not how that works. Art Neville, aged 81, was a singer-songwriter in the Meters and the Neville Brothers. Hence his last name, Neville.
Yes.
And then also Ben Kinchlow, age 82, author, minister, and co-host of the 700 Club, that show that Freeform is obligated to still show you at 6 in the morning.
Yes. For those of you waiting for those early morning cartoons, back when they did early morning cartoons and the 700 Club
had to wait
was
for
on,
the 700 Club to end before one Saturday morning started.
or if you're watching late night and you're watching Who's Line on Freeform,
Mm-hmm.
when that ended, the 700 Club went on.
Yeah. Either way.
Either way, that's the 700 Club.
Remember one Saturday morning? Oh, good times.
Oh.
Like Pepper Ann and like
Recess.
Science Court. Do you remember Science Court?
Max.
What else was on?
Animaniacs.
They had The
Thinking
Weekenders.
the Parade,
Did
the
you remember
Weekenders?
The Weekenders?
Yes.
Okay, we're showing our age. I now hand this over to you so I don't have to talk as much.
Oh, okay. It's my turn, which means I'm talking. Which means it's time for music and the billboards. And we always start billboards with the Hot 100. And take a guess where we start with the Hot 100 again. Take you back.
Yeah.
Down to the Old Town Road.
Okay, so to clarify what I said last week.
Yes.
See, you're having to do that. It is in a 3-way tie with its 16th week.
Okay.
That tie is with Despacito
Yes.
and that Mariah Carey song.
Yes.
That's it. Those are the two last speed bumps it has to pass to become the number one of all time. If it is number one next week,
which it probably will be,
it will become the longest running number one single in the history of the Billboard 100 chart.
Ugh.
Can you believe that? Lil Nas X, somebody no one had heard of before, comes in with a genre-exploding song, and it will likely, in all likelihood, be the longest-running number one single of all time.
Why?
Who can say? Truly, who can say why?
You know, in 10 years, when people are getting married, they're going to play this at weddings.
It will be played at your wedding, guaranteed.
Oh, I bet it will be.
It's going to happen.
It will. And that's not even 10 years from now.
No, it's not.
I'll say it's going to have that, like, nostalgia feel, like, yeah, times 3. Or hey, yeah.
Or yeah, get low.
Or yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. I assume this is also the Justin Bieber one. Or are they counting it as one?
That's included in the streams.
Right.
So yeah, they're all just one.
Okay, number 3 is I Don't Care by Ed Sheeran and Justin Bieber.
That got an album bump.
Number 4 is Senorita by Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello.
Which I swear, so I keep hearing that on the radio, and all I can think of is if it wasn't for Old Town Road, that would be a lot of people's song of the summer. It's super catchy. I think that would have been the big breakthrough if it wasn't for Old Town Road.
Oh, so you're saying Billie Eilish would, even though she's been at number 2 for
that
literally 14 weeks?
I think that still would have been successful, but I'm saying, like, I just have a feeling that song would be bigger if it wasn't for Old Town Road.
Alright, and number 5 is Talk by Khalid.
Because you can't get rid of Khalid.
Nope. That brings us to our Billboard 200 Year Albums chart.
Indeed.
And at number 1 is number 6, Collaborations Project by Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, like I said, album bump. A lot of people are spinning that thing, so yeah, that gave that I Don't Care song a bump. From what I hear, though, is that is the one good song on that record. So maybe don't get too excited.
Number 2 is When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? By Billie Eilish, again at the number 2 slot.
Yep.
Number 3 is Revenge of the Dreamers by Dreamville and J. Cole. Number 4 is 7 EP by Lil Nas X. Mm-hmm. And number 5 is Indigo by Chris Brown.
Unfortunately, still there.
I believe...
Maybe next week they'll kick it.
I mean, I thought it'd be out this week, but yeah, it'll be out next week, especially with these new releases.
What am I listening to this week?
I don't know what you're listening to, but here are the new releases.
All right, give them to me.
All right, first up, we have Andy Grammer with Naive. Naive. We also have Chance the Rapper. Yes, that Chance the Rapper.
Supposedly this is still coming out this week.
With The Big Day.
Yeah.
May or may not actually be coming out this week.
It should be.
We also have Mini Mansions, which is a great name.
Yeah.
By Guy Walks Into a Bar. ...
With. That's their album name.
That's their album. We also have Of Monsters and Men. Hey, it's Of Monsters and Men.
Yeah, remember
Yes,
now.
that Monsters and Men. With Fever Dream. I will be checking out that album this week.
Right.
We also have Soundgarden with Live from the Artist's Den.
It's a live album, in case you're wondering.
I did not know that. Thank you. We also have Sugar Ray. That's Sugar Ray.
Yeah.
Yes.
That one surprised me.
With Little Yachty.
So, not to be confused with the artist, Little Yachty.
Yes.
This is Little spelled out. So I don't know if this is a joke that I'm supposed to get. I don't know what they're trying to go for here. I feel like I missed something. But that is the name of the record.
I feel like we missed something there.
Maybe there was something in that vanilla latte I served Mark McGrath in 2013.
And lastly, nice name drop. We have Violent Femmes.
Yeah, the Violent Femmes.
With Hotel Last Resort. Yeah. No colon, no comment, no nothing.
Hotel Last Resort.
Hotel Last Resort.
It's like the name of the hotel.
All right. That brings us into movie news. And hey, did you realize that this past Sunday was the MTV VMAs? Because I didn't.
They weren't. It was the nominations for them.
It was the nominations.
Yes.
Let me rephrase that. Did you know the MTV nominations were out?
Well, what? Well, tell me about them.
Well, in case you couldn't get enough of Lil Nas X, guess what? Lil Nas X was the only guy to show up on the list of 5 most eligible nominees this year.
Yeah.
With 8 nominations for Old Town Road.
But the rest were dominated by women. Big
Yeah.
year for the ladies at the VMAs.
Right, because for those of you who listen to actual full albums, we still have Ariana Grande and Taylor Swift tied for the most nominations with 10 apiece. Newcomer Billie Eilish was close to behind though with 9, still runner-up in the categories. I feel like she will always be the bridesmaid and never the bride.
Yeah. So far this year.
Which, at her age is probably right. We also have Halsey with the 5th most popular nominee at 5 nods. And a bit more of a gender party sets in from there as we get Shawn Mendes with 5 VMA nominations.
See a gender party?
This is a gender party.
Gender parody.
Gender party.
A gender party is something else. That's like when they they explode the balloon and blue smoke comes out or stuff like that.
Isn't that what this is?
No.
They're revealing the gender?
No.
Well, they're revealing Shawn Mendes at least.
Parody is the word.
Oh, okay. I'm not looking for it. You put it there. I wasn't searching for it. It was just there.
I copied and pasted it.
But yeah, Shawn Mendes with 5 nominations. Camila Cabello, Cardi B, J Balvin, the Jonas Brothers, and the BTS all had 4 nominations. And Cole Calboom
Yeah.
with a solo shot to the nominations.
Has nothing to do with the VMAs, but I'm glad we talked.
I don't know. Maybe. The list of 3 nominations goes to Anderson.Paak, Drake, FKA Twigs, Her, or H-E-R,
Yeah.
LSD, Rosalia, and Solange. Yes, that's Solange. All got 3 nominations.
Cool. Yeah, so pretty not bad for VMAs.
No.
I feel like they're on the right track for how this year has been going. I think it really has been dominated by women.
Yeah,
Beyond Lil Nas X.
Yes, it really has been, especially the beginning of the year with Sweetener by Ariana Grande.
Crazy year. Yeah.
Yep. Taylor Swift, I think.
She's trying to crawl her way back up to
that reputation.
relevance. We didn't mention this, but she put out another new single.
Yes,
today.
this one called Archer.
Yeah, it's from one headline. I guess it harkens back to an older sound.
It does. It made me want to wait for the chorus to pick up and get into it.
That sounds like
and it never did. Song. It never did. Yeah. It's like waiting for the beat to drop and it never drops.
Nope.
I was like, okay, this is good.
Not
I'm digging this. And okay, get into the hard poppy vibe that I want to hear in the chorus, and it never gets there. It's just
you weren't ready for it.
It's always the build up, never the drop.
You weren't ready for it.
No. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, you need to calm down. Anyways.
All right, I've got that out of the way. Moving on.
We're delirious. It's okay. Anyway.
No, we're contractually obligated to not drop Taylor Swift albums or song names as they appear.
That's the thing.
Which is a thing we're not contractually obligated to do.
Yeah.
But we do need to talk about Bruce Springsteen.
Yes, apparently.
Yes.
Because it was a slow week.
If you couldn't tell, Bruce Springsteen mentions the slow week.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you did with this story and not the Metallica story instead.
Yeah. They're about the same to me.
All right. Well, anyways, Western Stars, the film Western Stars, that Bruce Springsteen has made to accompany his recent album of the same name, Western Stars, will have its world premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival. It was announced yesterday. The feature is being listed as a co-directing project between the boss himself, Bruce Springsteen, and his longtime filmic collaborator, Tom Zinni, who just picked up an Emmy nomination for his solo direction of Netflix's Springsteen on Broadway, in case you didn't know. Bruce Springsteen also is taking a co-credit at the helm of the film. Was not known until now. But yeah, chalk up director under what else Bruce Springsteen can do. Or what else he can't do. Like, what can he do? Like, direct? Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Cross that off.
That one off.
But
Jack of all trades. Or a Bruce of all trades.
Yep, a Bruce of all trades. But
I mean, you have to when you're the boss.
He is the boss. But don't be confused with this film with the other Bruce Springsteen film coming out later this year.
It's different.
That's a different film based off Bruce Springsteen's music.
Yeah.
This is just off of his most recent album.
Yeah.
But we get into thoughts, and I guess we could talk about the Metallica thing next week if it's still slow.
Yeah, if it's still slow.
But, yeah, Metallica bought tickets.
Yeah.
Basically exposed Ticketmaster for the bad practices they do,
yeah.
which we have already talked about ad nauseum on this podcast.
Yeah.
I see why you didn't put it.
Because it's the same.
We're still beating that dead horse, but that dead horse still comes back to life and bites us in the ass.
Arr, zombie horse.
Goddamn zombie horse.
Let's wrap this up.
Alright, thoughts. Actual thoughts on music.
You listened to some music.
I listened to 2 albums.
What'd you get?
First one I listened to was Order in Decline by Sum 41. And
does it sound like Sum 41?
It does. Okay. Oh, who hurt Sum 41? I want to know who hurt them. Because they're still pissed off at the world and everything. And their sound hasn't changed in forever.
Yeah.
Who hurt you so badly that you cannot move on from this traumatic experience where you still hate the world and rebel against everything that the world stands for?
Yeah, who can say?
I don't know. Not me. But if you are still the pissed off angsty teenager that you know you are deep down inside, give this Sum 41 album a try.
And we know we are.
And I'm not laughing because that's just their sound or that's Sum 41. It's just that's obviously what they're going for with this thing.
Yeah.
Their lyrics, their sound, their hard style is obviously
I would not call them hard.
No, but their sound is, at least for my ears now, hard style for it.
Hard to go back to.
Yeah.
Alright, what else did you listen to?
So, because I watched The Lion King, I also listened to Beyonce's new album.
Yes.
Or the Beyonce-inspired album, The Gift.
Right.
Or yes. Lion King, The Gift. This is Africa, the album. Not Africa, the band. And not Africa, Toto's Africa.
Or Africa, the video game.
Africa, the video game.
Yeah.
Or the book, or the country. This is Beyonce being influenced by African music and putting it into album format. She's not even on. She's on like only half the album.
Song, yeah,
yeah. She's only in like 2 or 3 songs. The rest of them either are like interludes from the actual film The Lion King.
Yeah. This is something she curated, not something that is a Beyonce album.
Right.
Yeah,
this is not. Yeah.
Key difference.
This is Beyonce, the producer,
right.
Not Beyonce, the star singer, 103% person you know.
103%. You got that extra 3% somewhere.
Yeah, anything in the world can be 103% better than it already is. That's how we got Beyonce.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, man. Okay. Well, did you like it?
No.
Not giving giving me a lot of feedback here.
No, I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
But I knew what it was going for.
Right.
It definitely hits that mark of this is the Beyonce produced African beats and sounds that she wants to put out there.
Just not your thing.
It's just not my thing.
Right.
But, no
world music for you?
From an aspect of it being world music and for me not having any kind of woo wherewithal.
Wait, what was that?
That was woo.
Okay.
Wherewithal of African beat music to it. I kind of enjoyed it.
Well, okay.
I got what it was going for. In fact, I was able to identify it as that.
I'm going to pause you real quick. I don't think anybody listening to this thing does have that background. I think that's the whole point.
Yeah.
I think Beyonce is trying to introduce a lot of people to these sounds that they may not be familiar with, and to these artists that may be more famous internationally that maybe Americans don't know about.
Maybe, but the fact that I'm able to at least identify it, like off the bat, just listening to it, that this is what she's going for.
Yeah.
I mean, she hit the mark, dead on bullseye.
All right. Okay.
So applauds to being like the producer.
Multiple applauds.
Yeah, to be like the actual producer that you want to be on this thing, and knowing that you have the vision for it and creativity and wherewithal to put together.
She's been hinting at it for a while. I mean, from the self-titled album to Lemonade to even the Homecoming, the live stuff that she did at Coachella. Like, I think she's all, interpolated these, these African sounds and artists into her performances. So she's been going in this direction for a while. She really does want to be this curator, this Trojan horse for these sounds. Mm-hmm. And it's smart. I think it's great that she's doing this. And on a Disney, sponsored album of all things, I think that's really cool of Disney to give her the freedom to do something like this.
Right, and the fact that it is also a part of Lion King, which is a well-known property.
Right, exactly. A lot of people's eyes and ears will be on this.
And not just that it being that, but that the film came out and it's clearly, the film, as we mentioned, being a success. And that it wants that realism of Africa... Yeah. African animals, that it also incorporates the realism of African sound in it.
Fits everything.
It fits. It's perfect. Yeah.
All right. Any other thoughts before we move on to our last segment?
No, I don't have any other musical thoughts. I mean, we did listen to the Taylor Swift songs, but until the album comes out, we won't review all those.
All right, let's just roll into video games then. Let's make it snappy.
All right, you don't listen to anything?
I did not. At least.
Well, okay. Well, let's start with video games and we get new releases.
All right, what do we get?
First up is Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Yes, Youngblood. This is the spin-off of the Wolfenstein games. It's not a full game.
Right, this is the one with the kids, right?
So it's the teenage daughters of BJ.
Right.
So it's his daughters, grown at 16 or something.
Yes.
And it's their kind of side story in the 80s that's happening in between the last game and the presumed next game.
Right.
But yeah, I heard good things. I heard some real cool set pieces, some real cool co-op. This will be a cool co-op game. So.
Okay, cool. We also have Kill la Kill Dash If.
So yeah, this is a video game based on the anime. Needless to say.
That comes out for the PlayStation, Switch, and PC. Yep. Wolfenstein Youngblood for everything.
Yeah.
PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Switch, everything. A worldwide release. We also have Fire Emblem, 3 Houses for the Switch.
Yep, that's the Switch Fire Emblem, long awaited for Fire Emblem fans. Yeah, you know what that is.
And lastly, the asterisk, huge asterisk here.
Yes.
Madden 20.
So yeah, EA Access people will have access to Madden 20 this week. Everybody else waits another week.
Yes. If you want to pick up a physical copy, you have to wait a week.
Yeah.
Till August 2nd. Otherwise, if you have EA Access, you can get it on the PlayStation, Switch, or PC and play it a week early in front of everybody.
Yeah, so get ready. Football season.
Football's around the corner.
Your favorite thing.
Football.
Yeah, no, the dog's excited too.
Dog wants football.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Oh, right.
I don't really care. But I'm happy for you. How about that?
Aww.
I'm happy that you get your football.
I'm a football.
All
right, moving on to Nintendo and Joy-Cons. And the picture I have up here, clearly, these are not Joy-Cons.
No, but this was the big story. Following the announcement of the Switch Lite, well, there was some less than stellar news coming out of Nintendo.
Yeah, recently reports emerged that Nintendo Switch's Joy-Cons controllers are liable to drift, or, register analog stick movement without any input from the user.
So not turn really tight around a
corner. No. We're not talking Tokyo style here, although it is a Tokyo-based
Okay,
company.
So we're talking about melding your mind to somebody to create to pilot a robot and fight kaiju.
No, but you're getting closer.
Not that kind of drift?
You're getting closer, though.
Okay.
We're talking about, if you're in a car and you're not touching anything on the steering wheel, but you're just going straight, and it starts veering off one side.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's that kind of drift.
Got it. Nailed it. All right.
Yes. Vice, the Vice, or I guess Waypoint at this point.
Well, yes. I believe... I don't know who actually broke the story.
Anyways.
But if they're saying Vice, it was probably Patrick Klepek at Waypoint.
Yes, Waypoint obtained it.
They're not known as Waypoint anymore officially.
Aw.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you didn't hear this?
No.
Vice wrapped up several of their sites that used to be independent into their own branding.
Oh, so now it's just all Vice?
So it's just Vice Games now. The Waypoint brand is still used for their podcast and for their social media handles.
Okay.
But officially they are known as Vice Games.
All right. So then, Vice Games obtained an internal Nintendo customer support memo that states that support members are now being told to offer users free repairs for broken controllers. No questions asked, even if the controllers no longer fall under Nintendo's warranty.
Yeah.
Additionally,
it's a very Microsoft Xbox 360 move.
Yeah, additionally, those who paid for repairs are being offered refunds. Quote, Customers will no longer be requested to provide proof of purchase for Joy-Con repairs. Additionally, it is not necessary to confirm warranty status. If a customer requests a refund for a previously paid Joy-Con repair, confirm the prior repair and then issue a refund.
So this is all hot on the heels of a class action lawsuit that was filed last week.
This is something that's been going on since the Nintendo Switch was released.
A lot of people have complained about this happening. I have not had this happen to my Switch yet. Fingers crossed.
Yes.
But yeah, it's cool Nintendo getting ahead of this before they're liable for it legally. Yep. And also doing it for free without warranty required is smart. This, like I said, this echoes the 360 Red Ring situation almost to the point.
Yeah.
Like, it just isn't as severe.
Right. Now, side question though. Do you have to get the exact same Joy-Con controllers, or can you get, say...
You traded for a color?
Traded for the new color. Either the red and blue ones, or the new neon colors that they announced.
I do not know, honestly. I doubt it. I bet you get the colors.
Would you like to try?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I bet you get the colors that they give you.
Okay.
Like whatever you gave them. I'm sure they give you the same ones.
Aww.
Like, I really doubt it. Also, I'm happy with my colors. I don't think I would want the new ones.
What? You the red and blues?
I like my red and blues. My.
You all thought like the hot neon pink or whatever it is, the hot orange.
The new ones remind me of the GameCube colors.
And maybe what they're going for.
Yeah, it might be what they're going for.
Yeah. All that nostalgia blocks.
Yeah, but yeah, I haven't had this issue yet, and hopefully it won't happen.
Okay. Moving on to Blizzard, our game developer down the street.
Again, slow news week. So this is the second story.
Okay, in that case, can I skip this one and go to the one I actually want to talk about?
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about EA.
All right, what about them?
So, EA, as we've... let's talk about Blizzard before I get to that real quick. Blizzard Entertainment is seeing the departure of another longtime executive, Frank Pierce, who co-founded the company back when it was known as Silicon and Synapse.
Yeah.
He announced that he decided to move on from the developer after 28 years. Pierce shared the news in a statement published on Blizzard's website. It does not suggest he's leaving for another company. Instead, he talks about spending more time outdoors and pursuing other passions, like learning to play an instrument.
It's cute.
So 28 years at a company he started, and he's finally calling it quits, not getting that 30th anniversary watch or whatever.
Yeah, this is just all part of a bigger kind of Blizzard in flux story we've seen all of 2019.
Yeah,
like
Blizzard's been in a pivot since they launched Overwatch.
Well, I wouldn't even say that. I think Overwatch was like enough of a success where it wasn't really, you didn't see the tide turning up until this year.
Yeah.
I think after BlizzCon and after the WoW expansion kind of fluttered, I think after that, things started being questionable over there, and you have a lot of people leaving the company.
Right.
So yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well.
But what did you want to talk about?
So EA.
Yeah.
EA.
EA.
Is it EA?
I don't know. Is it?
No.
This is your story.
All right. So EA has been talking up loot boxes and saying they're not gambling.
Right. Yes.
So Rockstar decided to put their money where their mouth is and say, no, this is gambling, and opened up an actual casino in GTA 5.
Yeah, so they've been advertising this.
Yeah.
Like on TV and everything.
Yep.
Too. Like, yeah, GTA Online got a new casino.
Basically, they decided to give up on the facade that they're gambling and
simulated.
give them actual gambling.
Simulated money. I mean,
okay, simulated money.
I don't know if you can actually buy the currency that you can
Oh, no,
use in the casino.
you can pay money, actual money, to buy in-game currency. I don't know if you can actually use actual money in the game.
Yeah, I don't know
but
about
the fact that they opened up a casino and basically said, we're going to straight up give you gambling.
Real gambling.
Real gambling.
Well, real digital gambling.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
It's like we give up. You caught us. We're going to give you gambling. You want gambling? We're calling it gambling.
I
It's
see
gambling.
this, but I just didn't think it was that important.
I know. But it's just them giving all hell hands up.
Yeah. As they're wanted.
As they want to do.
All right. That's it.
All right. Do you have any thoughts playing video games?
I didn't play any video games.
Okay. I played 2 games. Well, I have 2 games to talk about real quick. First up, I finally completed Kingdom Hearts 3 Critical Mode.
Yes, you did.
And the Critical Mode put RPG in the JRPG format. As, well, one, I played the game wrong. First off, I played the game wrong.
Whoa, okay.
I went through Critical Mode using only the Ultimate Weapon Keyblade.
Yeah.
Thinking, I got the best weapon in the game. Forgetting the fact that when I got it at the very end, it was already leveled up, and not that I had to level it up along the way. And so it was fine, but kind of put me at a disadvantage. I'd like to think, not really. Yeah. It's not, but it gave the struggle of the actual Critical Mode a lot more to it. I felt I actually died a lot more this time around. It took away the, I want to say call it cheap, but the easiness of the attraction flows that you can just call on immediately and be in your invincible mode while you kill everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely made the game a lot harder. This is definitely not, Critical Mode is not meant for the game to be played that way. It's meant for an extra experiment. The extra experiment for you want to play on a more challenging mode. That's not the way the game is played. Don't go into a game wanting to play on Critical Mode. But if you do...
I wouldn't imagine most people would.
No. But if you do go to Critical Mode, you're going to use everything.
Yeah.
Use those...
every part of the buffalo.
Every part of it. Yeah. Every part of that horse.
Yeah.
Use those ingredients. Use the chef's stuff. Use your summons, your links. Use them all. They're there for you to
Atari
use.
links.
Yeah. They're there for you to use, and they make the game a lot more fun for that challenging experience.
Okay.
That being said, I made me realize that I actually like Kingdom Hearts 3 a lot more than I did initially. Okay. Because I spent more time in the world.
Yeah, when you really dissect it like you need to in this kind of thing, I could imagine you seeing things you missed.
Yeah, not like the first time I played through where I wanted to enjoy, absorb the entire story, and then it was over. It's like, wait, that's it? But where do I go from here now?
Yeah.
And then going back through it, it's like, oh, I actually did enjoy a lot of this. I actually did have more to explore here.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. It's
Sorry, that was very
Oh, that was great. But yeah, it's definitely a nice, different type of way to play the game. I'm probably going to go, if I get the time, play through it in a normal version.
Yeah.
But go through it on New Game Plus, interchanging the keyblades, because that's something I realized after I beat the game and went back to get all my finishes and locks and stuff.
Yeah.
That, I should be using all the keyblades the entire time, because I liked when they do the keyblade transformations. I liked when they do all this other stuff. Instead of just having the one ultimate transformation that I'm constantly trying to get to.
Right.
The fact that it's really an expansive game that I kind of limited myself off to because I wanted to play it just on Ultimate Keyblade mode.
Okay.
It's like, this game is really huge and really expansive, and I stupidly locked myself out of that for some arbitrary reason.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you had a fresh take on it.
Yeah. It's like playing a Kingdom Hearts game on just using Kingdom Key. It kind of sucks because you're limiting yourself to one weapon.
Yeah.
Even though that weapon may be good and it may be the best weapon in the game,
you don't need it.
You don't need it. Yeah. It gives you a lot of variety where you don't need it.
Okay.
But I kind of want to variety, so I got the ultimate weapon before anyone else could nerf the game and make it easier for everyone else to get. Kind of showing off to myself, and that's it. But yeah, another game I played is a mobile game. It's the Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The game goes mobile.
Wait, what?
It's a mobile game.
It's a Always Sunny mobile game?
Yeah, it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
How?
Creators made a mobile game.
Is it a clicker?
It's a clicker game.
I called it. I knew it was a clicker. Okay, what do you do?
You're trying. It's in episodic form, and you're trying to do different schemes to make more money for the bar, or to do more schemes. They do episodic where after you complete a goal, after you complete a goal or two, it does a little interlude cutscene to advance its own narrative story of that episode, and it's fun. I like that aspect because It's not like you're doing a continuous clicker where things constantly go. It actually gives you a reason to reset everything and do like a new episode with new mechanics that you're trying to include into it.
Okay. Sounds alright.
It's fun. It takes what I would think of from a clicker game and kind of makes it interesting with the It's Always Sunny stuff.
Right.
There's a lot of inside jokes in it, like for instance that emotion.
Oh, sure.
That's not what you think it is.
I bet.
It isn't, but it is. But that's also one of the things that's like a joke from watching the show that they put into the game that you would know. And they throw in like a lot of the cameos. It's all in animated format, so everything is like looks like a Bitmoji style, animation style.
Right. Okay.
But it's kind of fun. I'm enjoying it for now. I'm on episode 9. I don't know how far it goes, but they're gonna have their first event this upcoming Friday, so I'll be looking forward to that. But I'm enjoying this game. If you're a fan of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, if you're a fan of that kind of humor, play this game. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. You can if you want to. I don't recommend it. You're able to get, like I said, I got to level 9 without paying for anything. But yeah, it's fun if you like the episode, if you like the show. Do you like the show?
No.
Then the game is not for you.
That's fine. I don't need to watch. I don't need to play it.
Yeah. But yeah.
All
right. And lastly, I started playing Borderlands 2.
So did I.
In anticipation for Borderlands 3.
Yeah, I don't know. We had like some simultaneous think there.
Well, for me, it was free from PlayStation.
Same. I'm playing the PlayStation version because I have my file on the Xbox One version.
Right.
But I was like, but the PlayStation 4 Pro one has the high-res texture pack.
Yes.
So I was like, oh, I'm gonna look at that, and it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
It looks pretty good with the high-res textures, and I don't even have a 4K TV.
I know. Right now I'm playing on co-op with Ty, so
that's fun. Yeah.
So that way, by the time the 3 comes out, we can play it together when that happens.
That's the plan. Although there will be no cross-play.
No.
So we'll have to all pick the same. We'll have to make sure we pick the same console.
Yeah. Well, lucky for me, I have both.
Yeah.
Well, lucky for you have both.
Yeah, lucky for me, I have both. So we'll figure it out.
You'll figure that out.
We'll figure it out. Depends on. There's probably other people in this household who also would like to play Borderlands 3. So
yes.
I will probably ask them too.
Okay, sounds good. But for us to play, we all need to have PlayStation Plus. You need PlayStation Plus to do online multiplayer.
So I'm good.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, I think that does it.
I think that wraps us up.
This has been actually a regular length podcast for you, listeners at home.
Yes.
So thank you for listening and hanging in there for the break that our live recording took about midway through. We appreciate it, and we'll be back next week for another episode, as we always are. If you want to watch us live, you can watch us live on youtube.com.
Watch us do this crazy stuff right here.
Yeah, watch us do this weird stuff that you're not even seeing because you're listening to the podcast version. Watch us live every Wednesday night around 6:30 p.m. Pacific. You can find us by searching Media Boat Podcast in the search bar. Like, subscribe, click that bell, and you'll get notifications when we go live. You can also listen to the audio version of the podcast on Apple Podcasts or wherever fine place you get your podcasts delivered to you.
That's
search
Stitcher.
Media Boat Podcast.
Get that Stitcher.
Get that Stitcher.
All right. Stitcher, give us ad money.
Yeah.
Because we mentioned you.
Please. And you can also find us on social media. We're on accounts such as Twitter, @MediaBoatcast, where we're at there. Media Boat Podcast is a page on Facebook as well. Just search that and you'll find us. Like, comment, leave some feedback for us. We love it. You can also, if you like, email us. MediaBoatPodcast@gmail.com is that email address. You can ask us questions, give us feedback, whatever you want. Just send an email there. I check the box every day. I will see it. And then you can also help us out with money. It's not cheap running a podcast, let me tell you. It costs money to host it. It costs money to run a website. So please, if you want to help us make this better and keep us afloat, consider donating at patreon.com/MediaBoat. There, just as little as $1 a month can help us out. So please consider donating, and there'll be stuff in it for you as well.
Episodes we haven't even created yet, thought of yet.
Just for
it's
you.
all for you.
So yeah, please help us out. Consider helping us out. And then lastly, when we're playing some video games, I don't know what we'll play next, but something I'm sure. It's at twitch.tv/MediaBoat. So check us out there as well. And that will do it. So we'll be back next week with another exciting episode of the Media Boat Podcast. For now, take some rest.
Yep. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back next week with maybe a review or our thoughts of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Maybe.
But we will definitely be back for more news.
News.
All the news and cancellations and renewals and billboards and Old Town Road getting that record.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back next week. Okay, bye. All right. Bye, YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.